And we're backs.
Hello.
And
How are you?
sounds like Wario is... Yeah, it's working. Okay, good. Sorry about that. Like, I really need to ditch the fucking Hot Pod and get a better card already, but I don't have the money.
How much does the Hot Pod cost?
I think it's even more expensive than the Elgato, and the Elgato has more features and is less flaky. So, honest to God, I did not do enough research before I got the Hot Pod. And I mean, like, it's... In many ways, it's still better than, like, the old dinky Elgato video capture... You know, like, composite capture card I had before.
Yeah.
Because, like, I can... Well, that's the thing about the Hot Pod, is that, like, if you actually try to record in HD... It records in this shitty file format called the TS file, which is like an MPEG 2.
Really?
And like the problem with that is, like, if you put it in any video player, like, it'll take like 3 seconds for the video to catch up to the audio.
Oh.
But like, why couldn't it just record in something good like an MP4? Like, who uses AVIs or TSs anymore in this day and age?
Well, I feel like this isn't very important.
Don't get the
Don't turn this into a Michael bitch fest.
Yeah, that's gonna be its own video someday. I'm gonna eventually on my own channel do something called the Rantology,
which everybody will just be begging to watch.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem of being a small-time YouTuber, is that nobody will watch your shit because they don't know who you are, and because nobody watches your shit, your views go up, and because it doesn't have any views, people don't want to watch it. It's just, and then meanwhile YouTube like keeps throwing PewDiePie in your face.
Maybe
it's just like, hey, have you heard of PewDiePie? Yes, as a matter of fact, I have heard of PewDiePie. Why don't you actually advertise people who don't have any subscribers at all that actually need the attention, because they're actually working their asses off to make real content that isn't just...
Maybe you should make a video about this. Just kidding.
I feel like people have pissed in YouTube's face enough lately.
Yeah, that's true.
But if we can finally actually start talking about some of the Wii U games that I actually wanted to talk about in the last part, because like we've had your whatever it was that you wanted to say.
Oh, thanks. Just that I feel like they're all guilty of crimes.
Yes.
You know.
Because that's just how being a big game publisher is. You need to make money, and that's...
I feel like at the end of the day,
part.
it's like, I feel like the games are coming out really slowly, but that's okay for them because the others aren't releasing games.
Yeah.
You know, the Xbox One doesn't have to release games if the PS4 doesn't have to release games.
Yeah, but then meanwhile you've got people getting pissed off and not wanting to own their machines anymore, so they sell them back to like GameStop and other companies like that, so that they can actually spend their money on something useful. And then, so like in the end, it removes demand from your console. And, you know, since the PS4
to some degree, but I don't know. All right, sorry. Go on with your.
Yeah. I want to be careful with. This is the level I was talking about earlier, in which. Oh wait.
Do you need to focus?
A little bit. I mean, like a couple of games.
Talk about the Wii U.
I'm really excited for one for Hyrule Warriors. That looks pretty cool, actually. You know anything about that? I don't know.
What's it called?
Hyrule Warriors. It's a sort of like Zelda spin-off, kind of in the vein of
Dynasty Warriors.
Yes, it's
okay.
Made by the same company.
I have heard about that.
But that looks pretty cool. I'm excited for that.
I know that Dynasty Warriors is pretty famous for making the same game every time and owning it. Like, if that makes sense. It's not like, this isn't the same game, we changed this. They're like, oh, it's the fucking same game. And people like that, like the attitude, and it's kind of cheesy. I've actually never played one, so I don't know for sure.
I mean, like, I'm obviously excited for like the new actual Zelda title as well. I think it's going to be called Unbound King. We haven't got like the actual subtitle yet. It's just called Legend of Zelda on the Wii U.
We other would like to play other. Casual racism.
On this, the day of my daughter is to be married.
Dog, little boy.
Dog. I have been beating that dead horse with another dead horse that it's so far into the ground right now.
When did you start doing that? Like and then Legends or something.
No, it was before that. It was before Game Mavericks even began. It was just something I like to say because I always thought it was like a funny line in Family Guy.
Oh, the day of the daughter's wedding. I thought you were talking about when you say Leroy on the end of every word.
No, not that. That's been a recent thing. And you know why I only say that because remember Leroy and Stitch?
Yeah.
There's just like one part where like the Grand Councilwoman is like a secretary.
Why do you remember anything from Leroy?
It's like after Hamsterville has taken over the.
Why do you remember so much about Leroy and Stitch? Jesus.
It's just like after Hamsterville takes over the galaxy, he like turns the Grand Councilwoman into a secretary, and then like she refers to Leroy as Leroy.
Oh.
And I always thought that was like a funny pronunciation.
Like the way I find the line from Monsters Inc. I'll kidnap 1,000 children before I let this company die.
Yeah,
like
sort of
particularly
like
funny. I
just find it a funny way of pronouncing Leroy.
Oh, but you added to like weird ass words like, "Hey, get keys or Leroy." It's like what? What even?
What even?
And let me just clear this up. He's not even talking about Lilo and Stitch. He's talking about Leroy and Stitch, the sequel to the movie that nobody knows about.
Oh, it's more like the series finale for the show.
Well, I guess, whatever.
I mean, like, did they even fight all the I doubt it, because, like, there's no way.
What were you talking about the Wii U?
Oh, yeah, how do I get in there? I mean, another game I'm excited for, I know little about, but I'm excited for, is that Splatoon game. It looks like a real interesting way to, I'm gonna have to come back to this level because I missed the P spot.
What is the concept?
It's a third-person shooter game.
Oh.
But they found like a way to make it child-friendly too, like so that they can appeal to both demographics at once. So like hardcore gamers that want their TPS game, you know, can have that, but you know, like children can still play it, so they can appeal to both the casual and the hardcore at the same time. You know,
filthy casuals.
Yeah, well,
just
casual gamers are people too.
I feel like I don't know. I'm in the middle. I can't play whatever I want. Are you going to fast forward through this?
I might think so.
Okay. All right. Well,
how about we'll cut back to when I find the damn jewel piece so that I can at least show people. I think I know where it is. I can't believe I forgot to get it.
If you think work should
Here it is.
Oh, are we
found
back?
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, we're not going to show the rest of the level. Just in this area right here, go to the left. I can't believe I missed it, but we'll see you guys back at the passage select area. We're back.
Okay. Hello.
Hey, we're gonna head to Hotel Horror, which is the last level in the passage.
Hotel Horror.
And this level is I don't know. I've done it. By the way, I want to note something real interesting there. Is that to those of you out there who have read 1984, this door, the door that has the Cortex on it, is the Room 101. Interesting little factoid. I love 1984, so like whenever I see anything that reminds me of it, it's just like, oh hey, I wonder if that was intentional. But you know. Now this level has a very dickish jewel piece placement. And it is infested with those motherfucking pink ghosts, of which I hate so much.
Is it a lot of using the back to...
No. There's one... I'll be sure to point it out, don't you worry.
Oh, I know you will.
Oh, and the CD case is in this red door. It will only open after you hit the frog switch.
That's kind of cool that they mixed it up, though, from, like... Alright, you have the frog switch blocks, the ones that, like, become invisible or whatever.
That's something I think this game does better than Shake It.
There's a lot of variety in this.
It's that, like, when in Shake It, like, the escape sequences feel a little more tacked on because they don't really do much with it. Or in this game, like...
It's just, like, go back
like in that last level.
This is, like, you have it's almost like a completely different level, usually.
Yeah. I mean, like, in Shake It, it's just like, okay, the Shake King-shaped blocks will, you know, disappear so that you can go through them. Whereas in this game, it's just like, in that last level, for example, you know,
everything
in the fire...
turned,
yeah, everything turned to ice. That was cool. I mean, like, I just feel like they did more with the concept, which is certainly pretty original by platforming game standards. Like,
yeah, and I know when I was watching you play through Shake It, a lot of the times I was like, oh, that's clearly going to be how you get back. Remember?
Yeah. Because they'd always have those like super run tube things.
It's not.
So that one up there, that's the.
Do you have to wait to get that after you get the frog switch?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's even worse.
It's even worse.
I mean, because that I can handle, because like the time limit doesn't really bug me anymore since I'm an adult. What? All right. So first
Maybe
of all,
physically.
Legally, more or less.
Not even physically.
I mean, like, I'm 19. It's not like I'm just barely
old.
18.
Well, yeah, but whatever. You're still a child in there.
Anyway, down here is another jewel piece. And a diamond.
The diamond is right here.
And a crystal skull.
And, Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBoo-Boo.
Shia LaBeouf.
This one's kind of interesting. So if you touch those green things,
You die.
no, you reappear at the beginning. So like they actually did something pretty clever here.
That's weird, because is that in any other part of the game?
Nope. They made it just for this.
I think that's cool. I think it's cool, because usually you're like, hey, this is a mechanic, and it's gonna be a thing from now on. And
Should probably turn the volume down.
Volume.
That's gonna cause some reverbage in the previous episodes. Whoops.
High quality. Ha, professionalism. Cause fuck it. Oh, so what you're supposed to do here is get hit and then Genius.
Good level design, ladies and gents.
Wait, I thought it was what was it? You were told by undisclosed person to say, or you made up in place of ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, rubes and sluts. I don't know.
That's right.
I said that in the Ratchet and Clank review, at least. It's like my new catchphrase, almost.
Because who wouldn't want to be referred to as rubes and sluts? It's funny because I feel like you definitely got the ladies and gentlemen thing from
Johnny Boy?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And that's something you got from Clement, right? Who
No.
was it? No, who was it that says absolutely? He says aloha and
Yeah. Aloha, I'm the great Clement.
this game is retarded.
But I digress.
And you say, but I digest, and Kamek and rubes and sluts now.
Yeah. I think undisclosed person would be very upset if he were to watch this part, which he probably won't anyway, because he never even watches our own videos. I can't even get my co-Mavericks to watch the videos, people. That's how bad it is.
It's okay. You can't say undisclosed person who won't watch it, and that and then say your co-Mavericks won't even watch it. Like,
I didn't say if it was undisclosed person number 1 or undisclosed person number 2. I mean, like, really, I'm only doing it at this point because it annoys undisclosed person that I just...
That you call him undisclosed person?
He doesn't want me to say anything bad about him, or say anything about him, but at the same time, he doesn't want to restrict our commentary, because then he feels, like, entitled, I don't know. So, like, if I don't... Oh, this one's kind of an interesting one. You wait for this snot-nosed Yeti. Move this side. That is also a monkey, Eric.
Is it actually?
Yes, it is a...
You said it was a Yeti. Just now.
Remember in the Fiery Cavern level, there were a bunch of fiery-looking chimp.
Yeah.
And then when we changed the level to the ice version...
yeah. Holy shit. How did you learn this stuff? Zamber.
Let me guess. I'm gonna have to climb all the way back up to the 4th floor because of that asshole.
That's amazing.
Or not. Oh, that was lucky. This was the bullshit jewel piece I was talking about.
That you got on accident?
Yes.
So hard. So hard.
And that only happened because of the Let's Play Curse's mysterious ways of working. So... I'm trying to think. How do I get back up to the 4th floor?
You use keys or teleport.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I use this guy. Yup.
Yup. Yup.
Something else I was interested... I mean, like, the one thing about E3 this year that disappointed me is that we didn't get a Metroid. Like, not even, like, 3DS. Not even, like, a new 2D game. Which I think...
When's the last time they made, like, a Metroid 2D game? Wasn't it, like, Fusion?
No,
or Zero Mission. But that was still a while ago.
Yeah.
I'm not that into Metro. I think it's weird because I feel like the concept of Metroid is like one of the most interesting things ever. I think Samus is like one of the like coolest video game characters like ever. But I just can't get into the gameplay.
Gameplay?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I know that you like at least a couple of them.
I do. I like Metroid Fusion, I like Metroid Prime, and I like Super Metroid. And I probably like Zero Mission, but I don't like love them. But I do. I don't know.
You respect them?
Yeah.
It's kind of like me and Silent Hill.
I also like Metroid Prime 3. I thought 2. I know a lot of people actually. I feel like a lot of the hardcore like people who like Metroid Prime a lot seem to think that 2 is. A lot of times they argue that 2 is the best one. But to me, I feel like it's.
Really?
It's really bland. Yeah, from what I've seen. But you know, that information comes from like YouTube comments. So, and you know how
accurate those are.
Yeah, of course.
I'm trying to remember.
You know how you can't like look at any YouTube comments without it devolving into either A, hating a PewDiePie debate, B, a My Little Pony debate, or C, a circle masturbate. So
it's funny because
Circle
all three
jerk.
of those things of what you just mentioned rhyme.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was going for. Even though circle jerk is usually the term used over something or other. And I'm like, I don't know.
So you can only go into this room during the escape sequence. It's like room 201, 203. It's on the second floor. See, I mean, like, these bastards haven't even given me... Go... Die! Fucking die, you stupid motherfucking
You
ghost.
devolve into, like, anger so quickly. That's the funniest thing. I still remember the time, Sonic Heroes, Chaos Emeralds.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
You fuck...
Yeah.
You threw the wave bird at me.
Yeah.
Which I still find hilarious.
I think we're gonna take on the boss in the next part. Yeah.
Alright. Really?
Yes, really.
Really?
Yes,
Mike,
really.
Mike, bro, marry me already.
Fat.
Okay, see you later.